Assalamualaikum. First of all, I will introduce my group members first. The first one is Nur Anis Natasha binti Darman. The second one is Marziah Nadwa binti Muhammad Wardano. Next is Shazlia Shazliana binti Shahrum. And the last one is Nur Fitri Shara binti Sarif. Today we will present about manpower shortage in automotive industry.
Hi, my name is Nur Anis Natasha binti Darman. So I will be the first presenter for this presentation. I will start this presentation about the background of this issue. The Malaysian automotive industry is facing a shortage of manpower which could affect the country's automotive manufacturing ecosystem if not resolved immediately. In fact, the problem of manpower shortage in Malaysia seems to have no end, especially in the automotive industry sector, despite various efforts made by the companies involved and the authorities to protect the interests of all communities. Therefore, various efforts have been made to end this problem. However, COVID-19 transmission caused the condition to return to normal. The industry can only make any plans to solve this problem, but it also cannot bring the required foreign workers because the border has been closed. Accordingly, the company also appealed to the government to at least allow the sector to hire foreign workers. The situation gets worse when the locals themselves stay away from the industry for years, as jobs in the automotive industry are considered difficult and tiring. Meanwhile, the sector has been equipped with training facilities for employees, especially locals. Unfortunately, many of them leave after only a few months. This challenges as vendors need to provide additional skill to employees and increase production to meet demand. The current situation faced by the industry is due to vendors not having enough employees and being unable to produce spare parts. Other vendors were also affected, so production could not proceed as planned. Furthermore, the automotive manufacturing industry requires 100% operation in order to construct a car with 20,000 to 25,000 components in total. Therefore, if the shortage of manpower and suppliers cannot be operated, the entire production line involving thousands of workers will not be able to complete the car. This is a serious issue that we are currently dealing with.
Next is the immediate negative effect caused by the issue. The automotive sector has many positive effects on domestic inflows and outflows. Currently, the Malaysian automotive manufacturing industry is experiencing severe manpower shortage, which can affect the country's automotive manufacturing ecosystem in terms of production. Therefore, the matter needs to be addressed immediately. There are many immediate negative effects caused by the issue, including lack of production to meet consumer demand. The problem of production shortage will severely affect the economic recovery in the automotive industry due to the occurrence of layoff and production less than the demand of genuine equipment manufacturers. The current situation faced by the industry is due to the vendor not having enough manpower, and they are unable to manufacture spare parts. This can make many people angry because they have to wait for a long time to get vehicle spare parts. If this continues, then it will have an impact that can tarnish the name of the company where investors are not interested in investing in the company anymore. In addition, production is also unable to move according to the target. This is because the promised process exceeds the limit period that has been given by the customer, which can result in the bad feedback to the company. But if the automotive sector is short of manpower, buyers will have to wait a longer as the process will be slower due to the lack of spare parts. For example, if someone wants to buy a car, they have to wait longer than usual to complete the purchase process. And lastly, vendors need to provide additional skill to foreign workers. This requires expensive extra money as it requires new employees and needs to be well trained, covering all the expenses of their accommodation so that the work process that go to get a good result.
Next, I will explain about 4 medium and long-term negative effects caused by this automotive labor shortage issue. To begin with, workforce shortage in the automotive industry may lead to the higher labor cost expenditures. Existing workers will be forced to work longer than necessary if the workforce is depleted for the long time. This is because locals have no desire to work in the care sector. As a result, they had to hire foreign staff. We should also remember that foreign workers are not cheap because companies must pay their accommodation, taxes, and visas. As a result, we must consider the implication of this increase in the labor costs as it will affect both of the company and the country. The issue's second negative impact is an increase in the labor cost. The labor cost in equation is employee salary, which will increase because they work more hours than usual. This is due to the company's inability to prepare products on time due to the lack of personnel. For example, the employer may need to raise employees' salary or give them bonus since they work more and faster to manufacture product items that were requested by the outside investor. If this trend continues, business will encounter financial difficulties, forcing them to either discontinue running these automobile items or go bankrupt owing the lack of the time and workers. The lack of manufacture of automobile products is also due to the labor shortage. This is because the company's promised duration to investors is longer than it should be. The shortage of personnel will slow down the delayed manufacturing process and result in lower production at original equipment manufacturers. Many automobile buyers are forced to wait longer for their vehicles after making a booking, with a maximum waiting period of 4 months. It is also linked to the process of delayed delivery of goods, which can result in a risk in the shipping cost as a result of switching from seaboats to the planes. This is due to the need to expedite the process. Furthermore, one of the effects that will result in a higher risk is the loss of investment from major investors. Investors are one of the main interests of every company. In this issue, investors prioritize goods that have been ordered by the supplier invested and must arrive within the stipulated period. If this period is not fulfilled, then investors will look for other companies that will result in a high competitiveness with other automotive companies. While 0.1% of suppliers are unable to operate, the entire line of several thousand people is unable to repair cars. Issue faced following lower incomes due to the ongoing supply chain disruption and cessation of operation due to lack of manpower and supply of raw materials. If this problem persists, the automotive industry will be severely harmed, as will economies in the industrial and commercial sector. This is a serious issue, given the industrial sector has a stronger future than other industries.
Next, I will present about the existing solution that was being implemented to solve this shortage of manpower issue. The first one is that the Proton Vendors Association has raised the issue of hiring foreign workers as a solution to prevent the national automotive production ecosystem from being affected. For example, by adding foreign workers to labor recalibration programs. Therefore, the government also gives flexibility to employers who cannot afford to hire their employees, for example, transferring or converting foreign workers to other employers who have manpower needs. In addition, industry workers are also encouraged to use mechanization and automation technologies to reduce their dependence on workers, especially foreign workers. Furthermore, found in the attitude of local workers toward their job. For example, workers must demonstrate self-efficacy by demonstrating that they are the best employees because they can do the job better. Besides, the ministry also implemented a campaign to invite more locals, including other groups, to be active in the sector. Next, the human capital aspect will also be strengthened through training and courses for locals who are interested in venturing into the field. Furthermore, the government also working to formulate suitable support programs to enhance the level of management appetite, technological knowledge, and skill of workers in very important economic sectors. Finally, I'm not denying that all the above measures also contribute to the country's economic growth. However, at the same time, the government should control the requirement of foreign labor so that the right of local people to work are not undermined.
I will move to suggestions on solving this problem. There are a few suggestions on solving this problem. The first one is under Ministry of Education.
education. This party plays an important role in attracting students in the automotive industry. Due to that, this party leads to hold student visits to the automotive industry. Before that, the teachers involved need to provide a little info about the automotive industry. So, students who are interested to know more can follow the tour. This suggestion will make students attract their interest in the automotive industry. Almost all students nowadays lack knowledge about automotive, so this party must take responsibility in overcoming this problem so that it does not recur. Furthermore, providing a comprehensive subject on automotive is also still in education. There are also many students who are interested in this industry, so preparing subjects for this industry is worth it. In secondary school, the majority of subjects taught are Science Rumah Tangga (SRT), Science Computer (SK), Pendidikan Seni Visual (PSV) and many more. There is no subject like automotive. In addition, of this subject is done, interested students can get involved in this subject. A lot of knowledge will be gained about the automotive industry because before doing practical training, students need to have enough knowledge about automotive. With this, it is hoped that the parties involved can consider suggestions about adding elective subjects on automotive. Using appropriate teachers in terms of skills and knowledge is one of the recommendations that need to be done by the education department. If using a teacher who has knowledge of automotive, students will obtain a more detailed description of automotive. Having extensive knowledge in this industry prior to the world of work that can provide an overview of how the automotive industry is run. In addition, using skilled teacher can also help students in their skills training. This can improve the skill or level of students in the industry of automotive while in high school. Therefore, the parties involved must carry out their responsibilities in forming useful students. In addition, holding short training for school students is also one of the suggestions for the education department to run so that the problem of manpower shortage in the automotive industry can be controlled. If short training activities are carried out, the students involved will gain knowledge and skills in this industry of automotive. Students who are involved in the short training should be given a certificate that can be applied after they are graduate from high school. This is because certificates of skills nowadays are very useful for jobs. In addition, the skills acquired can be applied if students want to apply to any industry related to automotive. Last but not least, MARA needs to retain students who do internships there. This is because most students from MARA do not get the jobs they deserve after completing their internship. They have been undergoing training for 6 months and are more dependent on the course taken. The skills provided by MARA are very useful in any industry because they are given the skills they deserve. Therefore, retaining MARA students is a proposal that can be done by the education department. This is because if the skills acquired by them are waste, the cost of the shortage of manpower is increasing.
So, that's all from our group. Thank you.